ladder. They went to Perth yesterday and came up with nearly a 9-goal result against West Coast. Surely no longer they can be overlooked as a potential premiership team.
Well, do it at your peril, if that's what you want to do. I think what they've done, though, is that they've sent a terrific message to every other side in the competition. They should be sending them thank you cards, because to beat West Coast over there and push them back down the ladder, I think most people would prefer to play Sydney and Sydney than to travel the West Coast if you've got to get into the finals.
What are they doing well, guys, to be a premiership winning team?
I think obviously they've kept their defensive mindset. They're very good around the ball, and they always have been. But they've added a bit more outside run and run with the ball, I suppose. But yesterday, what impressed me was just their work rate of players on such a big ground to get from half forward to half back to help their defence once the opposition had the ball, and then to run en masse going the other way with a handball of O'Keefe, Kennedy, Jack is a beauty, Hanbury, and then obviously there's Jetta on the outside as well. They've got a really good mix. They've got a game break and X factor in obviously Goodsey. They've got a good solid defence.
Lewis,
and they've got two good ruckmen. They've got two ruckmen who really can compete.
Yeah, Pike's been fantastic. I think there's also a general improvement in the personnel. I think young Reade is really coming of age down there. The pressure's been taken off him by Lewis Roberts-Thompson, although he's hurt yesterday, but coming back with goods. They're not one-dimensional. Ted Richards has put his hand up for almost all Australian. So they're very solid. And I think that the bottom line is it's taken us a while to get away from the fact that they're dour old Sydney and they can only play that lockdown footy because they'll hurt you on the scoreboard.
They've got a wide array of goal kickers.
Yep.
With their mids. Their midfield kicks goals.
Yep.
And if you've got a midfield that doesn't kick goals, it's hard to scrounge them. I mean, McLean, go through McLean, Bolton, Jack, Jack's season.
Kick goals, and Bolton can, and the mids can go forward as well. Birds obviously become a good tagger as well. And then they've got a lot of players who can play accountable roles as well as be proactive. So I think they've got a really good balance.
So the reviews are in for Sydney and they're finally good, even though the coach would probably prefer they weren't that good.
And the siren sounds, and this Sydney Swans team are on top of the AFL ladder, and they deserve to be. Won by 52 points, and they are a genuine premiership threat, and it's time people realised it.
Is this the best win of the year for your team?
Yeah, it's massive for us to come over to WA and win against a home team. That's huge, especially West Coast. They set the standard this year, and so we wanted to test ourselves against the best. I think we did that today.
Yeah, they play with a lot of spirit. I saw Jude Bolton throughout the course of the game just really giving fist pumps to his teammates whenever they did something good, and that's why they've got such a good culture. They reward all those sort of efforts, and they work together so well as a team, and it all came off today.
Any recruit who comes in is quickly engulfed in this culture. Yeah. And you can see the blokes who don't get a regular game in Sydney as to why they don't get a regular game.
Well, I mean, I understand, people want to talk about September now, but, I don't focus on it because it's only July. I'm just really pleased with the style of footy we're playing, and that's what we've got to try and keep doing.
Where do you take it more seriously as premiership contenders now, do you think?
Oh, it doesn't worry us internally, to be honest. I mean, we go about the process every week. We review our games. We look at the opposition. We look at our strengths and weaknesses. Look at the opposition's strengths and weaknesses, and we get on with it.
I think the good thing about it is that we're not just relying upon Adam Goods now. Some of our younger players we talk about Jetta and Hanbury and Alex Johnson and Reade. These blokes that are playing, as well as our older players, are playing good footy. So the burden doesn't have to be shouldered by Adam Goods.
Lid on, check. Now, the other side of the coin, West Coast, who were undermined with suspension to add to their